For the Digital Linx workshops, we engaged in a range of artists. The workshops were designed to accommodate siblings who have a close family member with a disability.
So this program actually gave them a space where they could get away from that environment and come to an open space where they could be creative, where they could actually talk about anything that they wish to talk about, but also tap into their creativity side, so that just to help them along or support them along and give them something to do outside of their environment at home.
My role in the Digital Linx program was to really come in there and work with the young people themselves and as individuals, but also as a group, to build them up to a point where they felt comfortable to express themselves creatively.
First up, we had storytelling workshops. Sue Green came in, she spoke about all the different elements involved in producing a digital story.
We sort of more or less talked about different types of storytelling that we use every day. First of all, it's body language and obviously narrative, talking about communication styles. We also looked at vision boarding as well, where we told a story of past, present and future through the pictures, and that's where we gave them an opportunity to be able to cut out pictures of their choice and stick them onto pieces of cardboard, and then they got up in front of everyone and then they were able to tell that story to the rest of the group.
These script writing and storytelling workshops were also combined with all those team building exercises.
I use a lot of team building exercises. I went along and we had a lot of fun activities, and the young people themselves, I don't think, knew what my agenda was, but behind all the laughter and all the giggling and the good times, I was actually helping the group to bond, and through the bonding exercises and also trust building, the best creative ideas were coming out.
To the side, move on to the left. It's about communication, yeah. Remember, the artists, that you got to get them to the end. That's the competition. All right? If you're not directing, I'm betting he can see. I'm betting he can see. They're going to get through there.
One of the games that Ola showed to us was a game based on trust between two friends or two co-workers. Basically, one person had to be blindfolded, and the other person was like the director of the blindfolded person. A set of obstacles were arranged, and then we had to walk through, blindfolded obviously, directed by the other person, the one who we partnered with.
What you were saying, you went too fast, you got to get her to stop again and go, now I need you to stop.
No, left. Oh yeah, left, sorry.
Oh no.
Some more left, but
I'm glad they're not my instructor.
And more. And that was just like a hilarious moment. Everybody just couldn't stop laughing.
The second stage of the workshops included the script writing workshops with myself and Kareem and Jess. During the script writing process, Bill was running his photography workshop as well.
He introduced us on how to use camera, how to create breathing space when you're taking a photo rather than having a person in the center. Use those 3 squares, the 9 square method, so 3 by 3, where you kind of try to get the person on the 2 lines, the axes. We took a couple of photos, so he showed us how to use a camera, how to focus, how to get different angles, how to use the sun, how to use the shade. And we were actually asked to go and look out for photos that we can, use and try to take in a artistic fashion. So I really enjoyed that part, and simultaneously we were also writing up our storyboards for the main story, which we're going to film later on the workshop.
Photography, you got to learn about emotions and composition and how they work together.
The most challenging thing about the workshop was working with a large group, which meant that we had to plan things carefully.
Let's have him say talk about what he got cut, and he's walking downstream, man. He's not going to remember his ankle.
What did you spin by a snake?
Yeah. He talks about being
Alright, I'm not saying no.
That's more realistic than the ankle being spun.
But then where we're going to get the snake from?
There's 4 days between 13 and 17, so he'll probably die.
At one point we had about 10 different stories. We had a lot of participants. So what they had to do was they had to make sure that everything they did, the whole team agreed. We had to break the whole team into 2 groups. And in those 2 groups we came up with 2 stories.
So after like making our stories and stuff and storyboards and stuff, we moved on to filmmaking, which is pretty awesome. We went to different places and stuff, like something I wouldn't have imagined like would actually happen, but it was like full legit filming.
Take one.
Action.
When Tarek tried the help, he did it his way, not the girly way. He sounded more like a robot. It's like, help, help, help. Like he tried to soften his voice a bit. Like he was really manly person. He tried to soften his voice and it turned out like, help, help.
Help me. Somebody out there help me. I'm dying.
Start with the film writing. I could never write a proper film script or anything like that, which now I'm better at. The cinematography, never held a camera before, never took photos. I'm not a big photo fan, but after this workshop, I'm familiar with it and I'm confident to use a camera. And I learned the different techniques to use, like the different angles, just the various things you take, just to like the shots, where would you locate things in the picture.
Action!
The most important thing is teamwork for me, because you have to work as a team, as I said before, to accomplish something.
The whole idea of these workshops is not to produce the actual product, but to go through a process which involves producing the product. And that process to the participants is probably the most important thing that they can take away with them. What I was hoping to do is they could take away these tools and apply it later on down the track with a small camera and actually be able to produce their own films, to produce their own docos or their own YouTube videos.
Filmmaking is not for everybody, and we all have to find individual tools that we think work for us, connect with us and our stories. There is no one tool for every story, and everybody has their own means of expressing themselves, and that's why some people chose video, some people chose visual, audio, and just paperwork.
I was actually expecting just lectures on how to use a camera, and that was it. I wasn't expecting to make a movie, which was pretty good. I mean, I was surprised and happy that I'll get to make a movie.
It's been 3 days since I was bitten by that snake.
We filmed the scene where I was dead, and then we moved back to a scene where I was actually alive, and then I still remember why we filmed him. He was dead. Why are we filming him again?
Hey, Tarek, what's wrong?
What do you mean what's wrong, guys?
What's wrong?
What did you just say you was gonna do?
Now we're gonna film him dying now.
He was dead already. I thought it was on the floor for 3 hours.
No, but we don't have to film it in order.
Huh?
No, we don't film it in order.
He can die here. It's all trees. It's all grass.